Hey there gamers, and welcome back to the channel. We have a pretty fun and exciting video for you guys today. Of course, in these weekly Dreamlight Valley breakdowns, we always cover the breaking news or new theories or big events that are happening within Dreamlight Valley. However, right now, we are right in the middle of an update. There's not really anything new going on. There's no new theories or news. So for the first time in a long time, we will be voting on your Dream Snaps during this video. So what we're going to do today is we're going to first check my mail and see how I did on the Make It Camp Dream Snap Challenge. Then I'll reveal my submission to you guys here on YouTube for the first time. Following that, we will vote on your New Orleans Dream Snap submissions before diving into this week's brand new Dream Snap Challenge and this week's Premium Shop Showcase. So I hope you're ready because we've got a lot to cover in today's video, even without anything really big or new happening in the valley. We're just gonna dive into it. We're gonna take a look, and yeah, hopefully we get our 4K as per normal. Okay, in the top 100 here, very nice. That's pretty surprising. Why is it whenever I think a Dream Snap is gonna be like rank 5,000, it's like always in the top 100? And whenever I think a Dream Snap's gonna be in the top 100, it's always like rank, you know, 1,000 or 2,000, so that's pretty funny. But yeah, you know, that's great. That's a great rank 62 here. Our 4,000 moonstones. Let's claim our nice little reward. Let's take a peek at what we put together for this rank 62 here. And here it is. This is the submission we did for Make It Camp. Yeah, you know, it's a fun submission. We're using a lot of the new camping items that we got from the end of summer event. I did have a lot of fun putting this one together. I did mention it was a little rushed, you know, just like my last few ones have been. So I was really not expecting a rank 62, but I think what really helped this one perform well was, you know, Christoph playing some music in the camp environment here, I think was a great touch. And I put these green street lights back behind the trees to give them this glow, to give this forest this glow, give it a little bit more life. I think that really helped. Also having the setting sun and the fireflies for a little added color. And another thing I really liked was having that fire pit in the foreground. Now, the fire pit is a little wonky, as you guys know. It has this bug where the fire kind of shows up outside of the pit, so you can really only utilize it and have it look right with certain angles and approaches, and it did work really well as a foreground item. Like, you can see those embers or those like flames kind of moving up over the canoe club sign. I don't know, it just looks really cool. But as far as the decor build here and the scene we created, I know this was an outfit challenge, but we'll talk about the scene first. We included the new triangle cabin, and we also used that green tent that we got from Eternity Isle with the lights on it. It's super cute. We have the canoe club sign on the far left. In the foreground here, it's a lot of stuff from the end of summer event. Like, we have the bonfire pit, we have the vintage cooler, we have those camping armchairs, and we have a little picnic table back there with some marshmallows and some s'mores. There's some soda cans on it as well. But yeah, that's the decor build. Now for our avatar here, I wanted to go with a nice little camping outfit, but I didn't use the adventurer outfit that we got in the premium shop. Instead, I used the hat from that outfit and I used the backpack, but the rest of the outfit is just some items that I put together. I felt like this coat or jacket really matched the backpack and the hat well. We have a little Disney undershirt, we have some black shorts, and we have all these like snow boots. They just look like good hiking boots to me, so I really like the way they came together. Of course, we threw some shades on our avatar as well because we have the sunset. Also, we do have a little sunbird here for the pose. I don't know, I really like this pose. I've used it for a lot of Dream Snaps, but I think it works really good for like a camping environment. So that's what we did with the avatar here. And as far as the wow factor, like I mentioned, you know, having Christoph here playing his ukulele or whatever that is, you know, it just works good. It looks like a really cozy, fun camping environment. And if you're going to bring anybody on a camping trip in Dreamlight Valley, I just feel like Christoph is a great choice. So we brought him along, and I guess people really liked it. If you saw this Dream Snap and you liked it enough to throw a vote on it, thank you very much. I'm super surprised and honored to have rank 62 this week. Wasn't quite expecting that. So with that, let's get into something we haven't done in quite some time and vote on some of your Dream Snap submissions. All right, so it's been a little while since we did any voting on these videos. And since we don't have a whole lot to talk about today, there's only one new premium shop item. There's not really any big or breaking news in the Dreamlight Valley space. So we'll take up some extra time in today's video by voting on your Back to New Orleans submissions. Now, people in my chat, we are live right now on Twitch, and I have had a lot of friends in my chat mention this challenge. One of my friends in chat just said that they've seen a lot of really good submissions for this one, and that most of the ones they're seeing are on theme. So I'm excited to see what we find. Let's go ahead and hit vote and see what comes up. All right, so for our first two, this one on the right is definitely on theme. This definitely works with the challenge, but the one on the left here, I don't know. It feels like Make It Camp. It feels like it kind of got slipped in. But yeah, that definitely seems like the camping vibe. Definitely not a 1920s vibe here. But this one is, especially with this old-timey vintage filter they have on here. I don't know. I feel like filters like this can always be a risk. But if they fit the theme, they could be a bonus. But yeah, we're going to go with this one since it works with the theme. Ooh, very nice. Now we got a couple of good options here. So starting with the one here on the left, we got this nice little indoor shot. I really like the way they've dressed up the avatar here. Though the pink bow feels kind of funny with the vest. I mean, I'm not hating on it, you know. It's just like a different vibe. But I do like that she put the pink highlights in her hair to kind of accentuate that bow a little bit. And we do have some good items. The overall like decor and environment, this definitely can work for like the 1920s vibe and aesthetic, so I'm feeling it. But this one on the right is so pretty. I really love the way this one is looking. We have Tiana here. I'm glad they included Tiana because I know it did mention cut a rug with Tiana. And we have this shot from their glade. We have Tiana's palace, some of these swamp trees, and then they've lined their pathway with these little glowing lily pads, and that's just so pretty. They have some of the cherry blossom branches around their gazebo. This is just a very beautiful shot. But this one's fun. I like the way they put it together. I love their outfit. So yeah, we're gonna give the vote to this one here on the right. All right, our next two, starting with this one here on the left, and definitely embracing like the New Orleans Mardi Gras theme here. I love the feather headband, the choker. I love the outfit she's put together for this. It looks really nice. And also the way she's assembled her glade is beautiful. We have the gazebo over here in the background, and then we can see Tiana's palace in the back. It's so cool how many people are using Tiana's palace for this challenge. Another thing I really like about this photo is here in front of Tiana's palace, she has this pond, and it's surrounded by all of this beautiful flora, and she's got some green street lamps like up around that area as well. And I've always loved the main street pathing for the Glade of Trust. I think it's such a good choice in pathing. But yeah, this is a beautiful scene. I think I would like it a bit more if they would have included, I don't know, any of the Dapper villagers or Tiana. So Dapper Wally, Dapper Donald, or Tiana. I think any of them would have added a nice little wow factor to this. But it doesn't, you know, they don't necessarily need that in this photo. It's going to win my vote, I'm pretty sure. But I'm just saying, against some of the other strong dream snaps, it might have been good to have them in there. And then also, you know, maybe a little something in the foreground here, as the foreground is relatively empty, but the background does look very magical. Now for our photo on the right, and I can definitely see this working with the 1920s theme. I like that they have this old-timey cartoon car here, and the outfit definitely fits the theme. We have some dining tables, some of the Tiana dining tables out here. So it is a cute submission, and it does work with the theme, which I appreciate. But as far as the overall detail to the decor and the build, a lot of what we see in this photo happens to be the plaza center, and that's not really something you can decorate, so it's too bad that we can't see a lot of decor in this build. It's, you know, a few tables, the car. Like I said, it does work with the challenge, which is nice, and I really like the way they styled their avatar here, but it would be nice to see a bit more decor that works with the theme. So between these two, we're going to go with the one on the left. All right, next up we have this really cute little selfie and this nice little portrait shot. So let's start with the left-hand side. Now, I love that they included the train car back here. I really love this item. It's one of my favorite items from the STARPATH, and I didn't even really know if I was going to like it or not. They have this natural stony path here. Oh, and they got the little Dapper Croc. You know, I should have used him for my challenge. I didn't use a pet. but it would have been nice to have him walking around. I should have thought about that. I did use Donald, Dapper Donald, and Tiana, but yeah, having a little croc would have been cool. So yeah, we have Tiana hanging out in the background here. I love the way their avatar is styled. Love this dress, love the shoes, the feather headband, very nice. And then, you know, we're out in front of Tiana's palace once again with the dining tables. We can see Tiana's cart on the right. Very beautiful shot. I'm seeing so many cool Glade builds in this challenge. So yeah, it's just nice to check all this out. Now let's look at the one on the right-hand side here. So for this one, we have a selfie, but it feels a bit like a yard sale submission. And if you're unfamiliar with that term, it's when you go into the Dreamsnap tab and you just drop whatever and throw it into the background. The reason I was saying this feels like a yard sale is because we have a fountain, we have a piano up against the building, we have this like kitchen counter set up against the building, and then we have a harp, and they're all just kind of sitting in the mud. So it doesn't really appear to be like a scene that was built to convey anything. It was just thrown together to get the submission in there, which is totally fine. I mean, get your moonstones. If you don't have time to do a dream snap, or if you're not really feeling it, why not just throw down some items and snap a photo? Better to get some free moonstones than not, but I'm pretty sure that's what's going on here. She does have a cute outfit though, and I really do like that jade necklace. I love this feather headband, and she did include Tiana, so I think that's nice. But if the decor had been, you know, positioned in a way that kind of builds the scene, I think I would have liked it a lot more. So we're going to go with the one here on the left. Ooh, okay. This one on the right is looking really cool. Let's start with the one here on the left. I'm not sure how this goes with the theme. It's pretty funny. It's just random blue guy yelling at the camera. Maybe new player. Yeah, I think it is a new player because we do have the Scrooge shop under construction here. Yeah, maybe they didn't have the items they needed for this Dream Snap challenge, so they're instead grumpy. That could be what's happening. Let's go over to the one on the right. And yeah, this is so beautiful with the fireflies. This looks so cool. We also have this magnolia tree down here in the bottom right to give the foreground a little bit of life. We have the main street path. We have this beautiful little fountain. We have Tiana's home and fireflies everywhere. I really, you know, I knew we were going to see a lot of these fireflies in Dream Snaps, but this is so beautiful. This is very pretty. I really like what they've done with their avatar here as well. The eye makeup is very loud and fun, and yeah, you know, they were sure to include Tiana as well, which is great to see. So between these two, we're going to go with this one since it's on theme. Okay, next up, we have this one here on the left. And yeah, we have the train cart back here. We have Tiana's palace. We have this nice little mud path. Oh, and I can see Tiana's water tower back here in the background. We have the little Dapper Croc. Elsa is kind of random. I feel like she's probably photobombing here. She probably wasn't supposed to be in the shot, but she slipped in there anyway. I would have loved to have seen Tiana in this photo. I think that would have really elevated it. And as far as the outfit, you know, this is pretty fun. I guess some of this outfit may work with the 1920s theme, maybe the overalls, but the sneakers, I don't think so. You know, it is a fun outfit. I do like the black and white hair as well, and the black lip. That's fun. Good makeup there. But yeah, the environment is fun. I'm definitely getting some of that 1920s vibe from this, you know, with the train cart, you know, including Tiana's palace and doing your build in the glade. It definitely works for like the New Orleans aesthetic. So very fun. Now let's take a look at the other one here. And this shot is also in a gazebo. Now for this one, they have the old-timey filter on it, which, like I said, it is a bit of a risk to use this filter because when you're up against other Dream Snaps with more colors, they might pop more, and a lot of people decide who they're voting on very quickly. So if the opponent's photo really pops, or whoever you're up against, if it really pops with a lot of fun colors, it might be hard for one of these to get noticed in the same way. But I can appreciate the artistic value of using these old-timey filters to kind of give it that 1920s vibe. So I do like the way this is put together. With this filter, though, it is kind of hard to see what they've done with the decor. I can see this clock tower back here, but I also see a bed. Yeah, I'm seeing a bed here. Yeah, that's the celestial bed. Then there's another bed here. There's like a Mickey statue. But yeah, the filter's making it a bit hard to see what they've done with the decor, but it kind of looks like they've just placed some items to get the tags they needed to submit. So I can't really tell what's going on with the decor too much. I think I'm gonna have to vote for this one on the left because it feels like the decor is intentionally placed where it is rather than dropped for tag value. Ooh, I like both of these. Okay, first off, we have an indoor shot here on the left. She's got the Newsy outfit on, the whole thing. Newsy shoes, Newsy pants, Newsy top, Newsy hat. Very cool. They're using the new wallpaper that we got as well, and it looks really good with this darker floor. The environment and decor definitely works for the 1920s vibe that we're looking for, and yeah, overall, it's really pretty. But I would have loved to have seen maybe Tiana or Dapper Donald or Dapper Wally included in the shot. I think it could have elevated it, and maybe just another little item in the foreground, or possibly up against this wall close to this bookshelf, because all of this here where my mouse is just kind of empty, and I don't necessarily wish for it to be cluttered, but it would be cool if we had a little bit more going on to pick apart and a little bit more decor placement going on here. Now for the shot on the right, and this one looks really cool. I mean, we're supposed to cut a rug with Tiana, right? And this definitely looks like they're going for a night on the town. We can see the train cart there. We can see the gazebo. We see the dining. We see the water tower. And we have these fireflies. They also have their lights off, which is, I'm pretty sure that may be intentional, because all you have to do to fix that problem is change your time presets, and then the lights will come back on. But anytime you go in and out of Scrooge's, typically they don't want to turn back on. But I do like what they've done with the fountain tiles here. I love the fireflies, especially with the lights off. It makes them pop a good bit more. But yeah, this does look really fun. It really looks like she's out to cut a rug with Tiana. It looks like they're going out for like a dance or a party or something. And the environment itself feels city-esque, New Orleans-esque. So yeah, definitely works so good for this challenge. We're going to go with this one here on the right. All right, now we got a cool couple of submissions here, starting with this one on the left. I don't know why, but this feels like a cooking show. This feels like a cooking show, but it's really cute. It's really pretty. And her avatar looks like a freaking Barbie doll. Like, what? She looks so cool with that eye makeup. She looks really good. But yeah, she's got that big flapper jacket on, which definitely fits the vibe we're looking for. And she ended up doing this indoor kitchen build. And this does work really well for this challenge because, you know, a lot of this stuff is high value, and it definitely fits like the 1920s aesthetic and vibe. But yeah, we have Tiana's stove, we have the new kitchen set, and she's got some food items laid out here. We've got the Stitch cupcakes, we've got some boba, we've got some soup, there's a cheese platter over here on the far left. We have a little seafood platter here on the left as well. And I love this brick wall. It's very industrial. Definitely works well with the like 1920s aesthetic we're going for. And yeah, her avatar just looks so pretty. This is so fun. Like I said at the beginning when we first looked at this, it definitely looks like a cooking show. One thing I don't like about this flapper jacket that I really hope they fix, you can see her pants, her waistline clipping through the jacket. Not her fault, not the player's fault. It is a cute outfit, but yeah, I really hope they fix the clipping issue in this jacket. That's the one reason I really don't like using it, because a lot of clothing items clip right through it. Now for our shot on the right, and we have the train cart here. We have Tiana's palace, and a very interesting get up for the avatar, like the striped shirt here and the checkered pants. It almost feels like circusy. I don't know if this is like a cosplay of some kind. It seems very specific, like with the horns, the striped shirt, and the checkered pants. Let me know if you guys recognize this avatar, if you think it's like cosplaying like a certain character, or if there's like some kind of underlying theme here that I'm missing. But yeah, it is a fun get up, but with the overall theme, the New Orleans and the 1920s, I'm not getting a whole bunch of that. I could definitely see this shirt working for that, and maybe the pants, but yeah, it would be nice to have Tiana included. I do like that they included the train cart here, but I think the train cart would have worked better if they put some train tracks down, or maybe even a path under it. It would have felt a bit more convincing. It's a cute submission. The lighting is fun. I'm glad they included Tiana's palace, but having one of the Dapper villagers could have really elevated this, and a little bit of extra work into the placement of the train and the pathing under it would have been nice too. Either way, they're both great dream snaps. They're really beautiful, but this one on the left definitely stole my heart. Absolutely gorgeous little food kitchen submission. It's so cute. Like I said, cooking show all the way. Ooh, all right. These are good. I'm liking these. Okay, so we got another couple of interesting submissions here. This one's taken in the plaza, but this is a really fun location for Tiana's palace. I really love the way they've done their avatar here. This is just really hitting on the New Orleans vibe and the 1920s vibe. They do have the Dapper Croc here. They have Dapper Donald in the bottom right. And then you have Tiana's Palace in this whole dining area. They have the wrought iron fencing on the edge. You have these wrought iron street lamps here. Beautiful scene. And they have red eyes. That's super cool too. I like the color for the feather in their hair. Yeah, they definitely worked it really well with the theme, being sure to include both Donald and the Dapper Croc and having the right outfit and including Tiana's Palace. The only thing I think I would like to see added to this photo would be Tiana herself. I think that would be pretty fun. Let's look at our next one. All right, now this one I really like, even though the buildings are taking up a lot of like what's going on, but it definitely has, you know, I think what they're really going for here is that New Orleans field. They have this streetcar in the left-hand side, the train cart here, and then you have the big brick building. You have either Chez Remy or Remy's house, and then you got some other buildings. So it looks like we're looking through like a little streetway or alleyway. We can see Tiana in the background. I love the way they've done their avatar, and they included Oswald to really embrace that 1920s feel. This one's really fun. I know you can't see a lot of decor. You're mostly seeing houses, but I do really like this one because I think this is a really creative way to approach the challenge. And it's really tough to choose between these two because I really like the backdrop of this one. I love the way they've got the palace set up. I love the dining. And the one here on the right, we can't see quite as much, but I think it really captures like this essence of a city or you know, and the time era. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go... Oh man, these are both so good. This one has the Croc and Donald. This one has Oswald and Tiana. I'm gonna go with the one that has Tiana. I mean, she was mentioned in the challenge description. And these are both really good in my opinion, so I think I'll just decide on that. Hard choice though. Ooh, wow. This one here on the left is beautiful. I really like this. She's got the Dapper Croc here, the feather hairstyle, and that green dress. We have Tiana's stall, we have Tiana's palace, we have the gazebo there in the background, the fireflies, this beautiful bright blue sky up at the top. You know, I think the only thing I would love to see in this is a bit of something in the foreground, you know, even if it's not like something small, but yeah, I think a little foreground element would have been pretty cute, even if it's like a little plant or something. Maybe something to line the walkway into Tiana's. That's a small critique, though. This is an absolutely gorgeous shot. I really love the way they've laid out the fireflies as well. And that gazebo in the back being slightly blurred. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. I love this angle for the avatar, too. Like, we see this perfect side angle of her, like, looking into the Dapper Croc's eyes. It's really adorable. Now, for our shot on the right-hand side... And this definitely captures the theme, I believe. It definitely feels like a 1920s-esque room here. Why they're blue with purple polka dots? I'm not judging. Their outfit works with the challenge. Their hairstyle works with the challenge. I'm not sure how many blue, purple polka dotted people were around back in the 1920s, but, I'm not really going to be too harsh on that because they intentionally equipped the right items to their avatar and they used the right decor for their build. So yeah, it's really cute. I also kind of like the way their avatar matches like their sofa. I guess this person really loves blue. But yeah, this is a fun little indoor build. But between these two, I think I'm gonna have to go with the one on the left-hand side. I think it's really working well with like the New Orleans vibe, and using the Dapper Croc here was just a really good choice. And it's just such a beautiful scene. We're gonna go with the left. So now that we have finished looking over my Dreamsnap, let's talk about this week's brand new Dreamsnap challenge. This week's challenge is called Dance Party. It says you're invited to a Valley dance party. It's time to ignite the dance floor and create unforgettable memories in a show-stopping outfit. The spotlight's on you, so dress to impress. Our mandatory tags are going to be 3 lavish and 2 wondrous, and our bonus tags are going to be modern and cute. Okay, seems pretty fun. Now, there is one thing I want to touch on with this challenge that's really interesting to me, and it's this demo photo here. And also this one. This one, it looks like the avatar is dancing. Like, it looks like she's moving her arms and dancing. This one, it looks like he's interacting with the DJ booth, and he's actually DJing on it. Is this just another example of the devs flexing that they can do things we just can't do? Or are these some sneak peeks at some new poses that'll be possible? Now, with the DJ booth, one thing I want to say is really interesting here. With the way this avatar is like DJing, we can already use our camera to interact with certain things, like the rides. Wouldn't it be interesting if a future update allowed us to interact with certain items to do unique poses? Kind of like we can do unique poses with companions. I just think it would be really cool if you walked up to the DJ booth and it said, you know, use your camera to pose, and you could actually like do this DJing animation with this item. I don't know, it's just really neat. But yeah, the devs are always flexing on us and doing things we can't do in these demo photos, but I do hope we get something like this in the game eventually. I would love to see more unique ways to interact with decor. Also, if you've done some of the previous StarPaths and you ended up making these DJ booths, you're in luck, because it looks like we're going to be able to use them for this challenge. Now, I know this is a outfit challenge, so it's not like you have to have the DJ booth, but I think it will work really well. And you can see the DJ booths featured in a lot of these demos. Like, you have it here, in the one on the far right, and then we have it kind of peeking over here in this one on the left. So, a popular item. Let me know how you guys feel about this challenge. This seems pretty cool. I think it's really different than any Dreamsnap challenge we've had before, so I definitely think I'll have fun with it. I'm going to have to kind of figure out what direction I want to go with this one. Do I want to go outdoor party or indoor? And what villagers should I include? How should I go about it? I'll figure it out. I'm pretty excited though, because like I said, it's very different. We have not had a theme like this before. And with that, let's go ahead and move on to this week's premium shop lineup. All right, so here we are in this week's premium shop lineup. Now, we only have one new item this week, but that is a real blessing, because this one new item is only going to cost you 1,200 moonstones, which means, you guessed it, you get to save your moonstones for the approaching update. So I'm very happy about that. The more moonstones I can save, the better. I mean, I do love getting a lot of new premium items, but it's been so nice lately only having like one or two, because I don't even spend the 4K that I've gotten from Dreamsnaps. This is great. Also, with the big expansion on the way at the end of this year, we know we're getting an update in October. We know we're getting an update in December. So yeah, we have a lot of new stuff coming to the game, and I would prefer to save my moonstones for that. So I'm happy we only got one new item coming in at a big 1,200 moonstones this week. And it is a really cool item. So we have the Madame Leota table. I don't know if I said Leota correctly, but yeah, this item looks really cool. If we look at it in the preview, as you can see, it's pretty funny. You have some textures breaking here with the table. The orb like expands, but don't worry, this is not how it is in game. We'll take a look at it in game so you guys can see. But if you click on this and you're like, oh my god, I can't buy that, it's broken. No, it's just in the preview selection. Throughout the day, I've had a lot of people talking about this item, and I haven't seen one person complain that it's actually broken. So it's pretty fun. Now that we've talked about our new item, we'll take a look at that in just a moment during the showcase. But before we do, let's talk about some of the other stuff in the shop. We have the Pumpkin King costume returning, you know, just ahead of spooky season. We are halfway through September, so we're getting close to October. So if you want to start, you know, stacking up your Halloween items, it might be a good time to pick this up if you don't have it yet. Now, one of the most exciting bundles in the premium shop this week, I would say, has to be this Coco Celebration bundle. I use this little pinata all the time. This little pinata, I've had so many people ask me, where do you get it? How do you get it? And it's from the very first StarPath. And it's never, I don't think this has ever come through the premium shop before. And here it is today. And not only do you get the pinata, but you also get Miguel's guitar, and you get this little papal picados, I guess is how you say that. But yeah, this whole little bundle is only 1,200, and it's from the very first StarPath, so a lot of these items are quite rare. So this is a good item to pick up, and it doesn't break the bank. So if you missed the first StarPath, could be a great opportunity to get these items. We have the Finding Nemo decoration set, which is pretty fun here. You get the Finding Nemo fish tank, which it would be cool if it had a little fish in it, but, you know, they got away. That's why they're not in there. And then we have the Manta Ray mobile. This goes on the ceiling. Great item. I've used it in previous Dreamsnaps. Super fun. We have the Megara costume dress coming back, and the Mad Tea Party ride also making a return. Now, one of the coolest things I've seen in this week's shop is 20% off on the Purple Cottage. Now, a lot of people already have the Purple Cottage if you got the Cozy Bundle for Dreamlight Valley, you already have this cottage. And it was also one of the first premium houses the game released. It was actually the second ever. We got the palace first, then we got this. So a lot of people do have this house, but if you are a new player, or if for some reason you never got this house, you can now get it for 20% off. So that is a really good deal. The house does have a back door. It works in most biomes. It's really cute. So yeah, I recommend it. We also have 20% off on the Pride Lands backpack set. Now, unfortunately, this one does not include the hyena one or the Rafiki one. So yeah, there's a few little backpacks like this, and at least it's 20% off. But I will say it is kind of expensive. I mean, 2,250 moonstones for some little backpacks that you might not wear very often. I don't know. If I was going to skip on anything in here, even the 20% off doesn't make this too appealing. I did buy these a while back, but only so I could do a review on them. They're super cute, don't get me wrong. They have really cute detail. They're very fun. But, I mean, it just depends. How big of a fan of Lion King are you? Do you think this is the cutest thing ever? If you do, then pick it up. But otherwise, I mean, I don't know. I don't use them almost ever. They're adorable, but yeah. And yeah, that's everything in the shop. So some fun stuff, some good returning stuff, and one new item. So with that, let's go ahead and dive into our premium shop showcase and take a look at our newest premium shop item. All right, and now it's time for our rather brief premium shop showcase. We only have this one new item, but it is a really fun item, and there's some little things about it that I can tell you that I found out that I found to be quite interesting. So I'm inside right now, but only because it started raining outside, and I didn't want to review the item in the rain. But just so you guys know, you can place this both indoors and outdoors. Now, as far as the placement size of this item, you're only going to need 6 by 6 placement squares, so it doesn't take up a tremendous amount of room. Also, you can do a bit with that space. Now, what I learned is that you can... Oh, wrong item. You can put items on the sides of the carpet, so if you look here, we can put items like right up against it in the squares here on this side and over here on this side and also in the front. So I can put these candles right here on top of it. You know, you can line it with candles if you want to, but the space is more towards the center. Like even though there's nothing here in between the table and the book, you cannot put items there, and you're not going to be able to put items one square into the item. But on the outer squares here, you will be able to place items, except for, of course, no, actually, yes, you can put them right here up against this book as well. And in the back, you cannot, though. You can directly behind it, but yeah. So I don't know if you'll use that or if you care, but yeah, you can put items, you know, in the little front section or left and right-hand sides. Now, as far as functionality, you cannot sit in this chair because it's right up against the table, so there's no sitting. It's really, truly a decor piece. It doesn't have like much utility in terms of interacting with it, but it does have a really cool animation. Now, first off, on the orb, as you move around, the face will continue watching you. So I really like that. No matter where you move to, that orb is always going to be facing you. As far as the details go in this little item, I mean, it's loaded with details. You can see wear and tear on the playing cards. You know, you have melted candles on the sides here. Again, the orb is really cool no matter what angle you're looking from. It's facing you. And I really like the detail on this chair. I love the carved raven on the back. And I say carved because it's not animated at all. And then we have this beautiful rug. I do kind of hope we get this rug by itself at some point. It's really fun looking, so it would be nice to have some more rugs in the game. But if we got this as a standalone item, I would not be mad. And then, you know, you have the little book here and this little stool. Now, one thing I do want to talk about that's kind of weird with this item, you'll notice when I hover over it in furniture mode, you're going to notice this big orb. Around the orb, you see this big ball. Well, I want you to look in the window. When you look through the window here, you're going to see that same like weird change of textures that we saw in the shop preview. So it's not really a big deal. It doesn't really hurt the item because you're only going to deal with this when you have it placed inside and by a window. And I would almost say it's kind of a cool effect. If you don't have it selected, you can still see that like big like blue orb. It almost looks like a planet. I don't know. There might be a fun way to utilize this for like a dream snap challenge and do something kind of like weird or tricky. But yeah, if you run by this item indoors and you have a window nearby, you're going to see that weird like orb behind it. I don't think it's like necessarily like a hindrance or a problem. It's just strange and kind of neat. Honestly, I know it's a bug, but it's a pretty neat bug. Aside from that, there's not really much else to talk about with this new item. It's fun, it's got a lot of detail, and there are a lot of Haunted Mansion enthusiasts out there. So, you know, I think this item is going to be a big hit with everybody, especially with Halloween right around the corner. It's kind of cool that we're already seeing some good spooky items. And with that, the last thing we need to do is to take a look at Scrooge's shop and see how much duplicates of this item are going to cost us. Okay, and here it is, and it appears that same visual bug that we saw in the preview does happen in Scrooge's shop as well, but the Madame Leota table is going to run you only 10,000 star coins. Not bad at all. I know recently we got an update that changed some of the premium shop prices, like all of these items, these from the Desert Marketplace. These were all 20,000 star coins or more. Now they've all gone down a lot, and these prices have flip-flopped. This wooden rocking chair was 12K, and this fountain was 900, but now they've flipped these two. I think that was, you know, just a big oversight on their end when they put these items in. But at least the premium items we're getting now aren't too pricey. 10K for this, I think, is fair. At least it's not like 25K for a duplicate of this. I don't really see needing a lot of these anyway. But yeah, if you do want an extra one or two, 10K is not going to break the bank. And there you have it, my friends. Another weekly Dreamlight Valley breakdown on the books. So there wasn't, like I said, there wasn't a lot to talk about with the premium shop this week. There also hasn't been any big news with Dreamlight Valley, though I'm sure we will get some very soon, as I expect the next update to drop on October 9th or October 16th. I think those two dates, there's probably like a 99% chance that the update will come out on one of those two dates. So very soon, we're going to start getting some big news and some big movement regarding Dreamlight Valley. But this week, it's been pretty quiet. So we just focused on the Dreamsnap refresh, the new challenge, and the premium shop refresh, which only had one item. So not a whole lot going on this week, but fun nonetheless, and I was very happy to see my Dreamsnap results. So with that said, if you enjoyed today's video and you found it helpful, informative, or simply entertaining, please do me a very big favor and press that like button. Also, consider subscribing for more Disney Dreamlight Valley and gaming content. If you would like to catch more of my content, you can find me live on Twitch Monday through Friday. Links to both my Twitch channel and Discord server can be found in the video description down below. As always, thank you so much for your time today, and I hope you enjoy the future of Disney Dreamlight Valley.